Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from Nashville. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. He'll get about 2. Levante David doing his work on defense. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They put Strange in motion. And out of the gun, he'll throw. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every staff in the league that understands it, we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Once again, it's Etienne. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
There he goes, inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a 1st down. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. And he'll be taken down.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Bigsby to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Cooper going in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it once more with ETN. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with ETN. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin here on the ground. Finding room at the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. So after 1, it's the Titans out to the early lead. And we're back in Music City after this. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll stick with him again. Has some room inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 9-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. 32 yards.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. To the 5-yard line. Second and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Titans move out on top, 14-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And a short gain there, down only to the 48. Second down and 8. Cooper going in motion. They'll look to throw. This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Cody Barton. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man downfield is Brown. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Titans. Extra point try now for Tucker. It's up and good. And the Titans will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, here's Etienne. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try and run here with Bigsby. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Here's 2nd and 9. Cooper going in motion. Back to throw. That's complete to Etienne. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Cooper going in motion. On 1st and 10. They'll set up. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down. He'll look to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Ashton Davis. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Anthony Gould now to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It's a gain of 19 in the air. That's good for a Titan first down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be taken down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And He doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Here's a run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll go with him again. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Tucker's kick is good. And the Titans will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out, looking for Cooper. And the Titans are going to get the football at their own 40.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching. Third and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop, look off the safety, hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Bigsby to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some...
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. That's into the hands of T.J. Watt.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
He'll work his way only to the 23. They'll give on the ground, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here's a designed run. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up fourth down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Titans will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Bigsby to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40. A run, it's Bigsby. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. The carry here for Etienne. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 3rd and 5. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now.
And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. Oh, this is a push. He missed it. No good. And that'll keep the score right where it is. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. From the 50. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Now a give up the middle. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. So it's a win here for the Titans. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season.